Welcome back to the Nexus gaming series. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of 2+2, with Tempest on the Anduin accent to play the Hanzo, Norseman on the Ragnaros, Chromage to play the John, and McNulty will be on the Hogger. Over on the right-hand side, we've got Pepegas on ice. It is going to be the Bishop Mysticus, Ector on the Brightwing, Sylphiria, I believe is how you say the full name, on the Kael'thas, Torrens to play at Dahaka, and Tom Gen. Tom Gen got two first names. Tom Gen will be on the Diablo, but I have a proposal to all of you as to how many level 1 stacks for Kael'thas. Kael'thas will be going into Mana Attic. This is an uncapped quest. You just get the Arcane Berry at the 20 mark, and you keep building up those globes. So how many globes will the Kael'thas have by the end of the game? If you know the results, you're welcome to gamble. Don't spoil it. Just gamble. Enjoy the cast and all that good stuff. So let's get into it as we have a Ragnaros top lane, Hogger in bottom immediately, in the core 4 from the members. Pepegas on ice will be in mid, trying to get that quick clear onto the mid lane wave. Clippy in Hots or we riot. Why don't we get, I don't know, how about we how about we pay our devs or riot? How about that instead? Instead of asking for things, how about we ask to pay our devs first? Ugh. Master Chef Stitches when? He does it, yeah, he does actually have a Chef Stitches skin. Ugh. Wording today. Spoiler alert. Red team wins unless they lose. Thank God I have a mod. Alright. Camps to be grabbed across the map here in map number 1 in our Division A matchup. If you are curious as to the average MMR ranges for these teams, use exclamation NGS MMR. As Diablo gets hit with the Chastise and the Staggering Blow, unable to Shadow Charge in to fight over this potential camp steal. Also, as a reminder, if you're watching over on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can grow the YouTube channel. If you're watching here on Twitch, be sure to drop a follow. It costs $0, and I do stream 6 days a week. We got a lot of Heroes of Storm action, as well as some other fun content on the sides. We've been finishing up Resident Evil 5 with Trixler. Tomorrow, we're going to be playing my favorite game ever, Lords of the Fallen. I never, ever complain about the game, so come on by and watch me not complain 1 minute of tomorrow's stream at all. Like and subscribe. I like that, Stark. Hogger gets a Staggering Blow. There's no potential kill from Pepegas on ice into the Hogger mid. He will tap well, and this is a camp cleared out by the members of Pepegas on ice. Meanwhile, in top lane, Dahaka continues to soak things up. He is Tissue Regeneration level 1. He's going to be becoming a thicker and thicker boy as his health bar, the amount of essence he can store becomes higher and higher. But also, you increase your health regeneration on top of all of that. A little self-cast Soothing Mist some Pixie Dust for Ektar as they are able to float away. I just realized I missed a spot on my head today while shaving. God dang it. Norseman gets hit with a Tongue Drag immediately from Torrens, but this Dahaka is going to play things slow and safe in the top lane. Back over around our objective area, we still have some of these sappers defending, being cleared out by the Kael'thas. And Tychus, minigun not active, just trying to put some damage onto the Hogger. This is going to be a Master Assassin Tychus at level 4 as well. At those 15 stacks, he will pick up an extra 10% on his bonus attack speed. But he gets that 15% baseline, and will be able to shred through the Dahaka, the Anduin, Dahaka finding the last auto attack necessary. And Brightwing gets the channel on the objective. Meanwhile, Ragnaros still soaking up on top lane. He's got Catching Fire level 4, needs those 15 regeneration globes for the activatable 25 armor, that is physical and spell. And he's about 3 stacks away from finishing out Sulfur's Hungers. I would like to see this just a full smash build. And it is looking like a full smash build as well. Thanks for the lurk, I appreciate it.
The anticipation is
Alright, just looking at the level 7s here, waiting for Dahaka. Curious what they're going to be playing into, if this is going to be just kind of in your face, sort of play into the enemy heroes with Hero Stalker. God, I couldn't remember the name. Also, you get a lot of free essence from just hitting that Dark Swarm on top of them. Or it could be the one who collects. Oh, no. No. Oh, wait, what am I thinking? That's level 4. What am I talking about? I played so much Dahaka, I forgot his talent levels. No, this is, Drag. Yeah. I played so much Dahaka lately, completely just swapped everything around. Tempest gets chunked a little bit by Bishop Miss with the minigun active. Top lane wave being shoved in. Tempest gets a good heal with the Divine Star. Gonna try and poke at Bishop Miss, but it doesn't seem like this Tychus is too bothered by the Anduin. As Diablo finds an overpower, the Gravity Labs from Kael'thas connects into the jaw, and a Leap of Faith will pull her to safety. Tempest will be on fire, but he knows that. It's okay, there was someone who took the time to comment on my YouTube video that I said Ragnaros is E instead of his W. I said E was the blast wave and not W. It's never good job, Bahamut! Baha, why are you wrong? Because I'm always wrong. Oh, you're not allowed to be wrong. And when you do good, no one cares. It's like real life. Third objective of the game is up and available in the bottom left of our map. It's favoring the positioning of 2+2, but Pepegas on ice, they're looking to get this Garden Tear summon as Tom is sitting in the bush, maybe Shadow Charge in to invade, drag from Dahaka, not long enough. And won't be able to pull John out of position, but no 10 talents here, and I don't know if Pepegas on ice will really want to step into this. Hogger is still shoving top lane. Brightwing's probably got phase shift to join into the team fight over here. There's the 10 talent here. Diablo has reduced soul consumption, but he's not full up on souls. He doesn't have the icon underneath his model. Fire stomps out, gets the delay onto Norseman. The Ragnaros will go back and channel again. Flame strike out from Kael'thas, gets another delay. Some danger pings out. Hogger will start to try and... oh, actually, pressure applied onto the Kael'thas, but it's not going to be... there will be no more delays. And it will be one seed over to the side of 2+2. As the lava wave of Ragnaros pushes out bottom lane wave. Now, do we get the spawning wave? No, we'll be getting a nearly new wave. That'll be cleared out. Either way, Ragnaros gets 2 waves off of that lava burst, or the lava wave, and we'll be able to kind of shove this in. Brightwing goes down to the Hogger in top lane with the assistance of Ragnaros. Back down in bottom lane where I thought the real fight was going to break out. The Lightning Breath slows down Chromage. The isolation will be out from Dahaka. The Leap of Faith comes through in time, and I think there's a nice... piercing light chastise from Anduin, locking 2 away, unable to continue to chase down anyone on the side of 2+2 in this bottom lane. Meanwhile, Hogger and Ragnaros shove the top and will take down decent amount of damage on this top lane fort. Dahaka burrows under the ground, which actually cancels out the phase shift of Brightwing. Gravity Labs won't connect. All right, 2 out of 3 seeds to the side of 2+2. And we're just waiting to see how this actually goes. Hanzo with 1 delay with a Sonic Arrow. Ragnaros follows that up with a Shifting Meteor. Little meatball down on the ground. Hanzo Dragon Arrow is going to slide on by and say hello to the north side of the map as the Light Bomb from Anduin will be avoided by a burrow into the ground from the Dahaka. And that is Diablo coming in, finding the Knoll pressed against the wall. Kill over to the side of Pepegas on ice, the second kill of the game for them. 3rd overall on the map. As Silveria gets the channel on the top right of our screen, this will be Garden Terror spawning in favor of Pepegas on ice at the midway point in all 3 lanes. But how much value can Pepegas on ice actually gain here? That is, of course, the major question we will find out. Overgrowth Seed immediately cleared out. Diablo's souls are completed, as he does have the purplish blue is the signifier for that. Also, you can see down here the Black Soul Stone is ready to go. Top lane, Dahaka has shoved that in. Brightwing in bottom is, looks like the Garden Tear is being cleared out by the Ragnaros down there. Also chucks the Lava Wave into top to push back the minion wave, but the Garden Tear is doing A-okay, and Dahaka is helping this out. Really quick thing to note, if you saw Dahaka use Drag right there, he does have Feeding Frenzy level 7, and Drag does deal spell damage to structures or things when it hits it. So if you don't need the Drag, you can spam it out right there and get some extra siege potential. It's something I've done in my own games. Because it's a decent amount of damage. Like, I think Drag's undervalued. It's 267 damage here at level 13. That's a lot of damage. And especially if you go into the Gambit later on, we don't see it very often. There's one player, I think in Division A that I think it's Division A. There's one player that I cast from time to time that will always take the Gambit, and I love it. The level 7 Gambit. And by like level 16, you can deal nearly like 1,000 damage when you land a drag. Level 7 Gambit's so good, especially if you don't die. Especially if you don't die. It's you? Okay, perfect. I heavily take Tahaga's Gambit. It means I get less drags overall because I miss all my drags. I actually save on mana. Well, the Phoenix feels a little bit like overkill, but they managed to take down the Hogger. It's a 60-second cooldown. It costs less than a Gravity Lapse, if I'm not mistaken. Phase shift into the bottom lane from Brightwing as the Light Bomb from Anduin will come through. Ektar does go down. Yeehaw, partner! Falling sword from the Johanna trying to chase down the Dahaka. He burrows under the ground. Sins Exposed, reduce the healing he has available. Hanzo, natural agility over the structure. And Axon will take down the Dahaka here in bottom lane as they break away. Now, Tychus is rotated down. The overkill is active. Kael'thas is looking for a Gravity Lapse. It's going to be shy of the Ragnaros there. Dinner time, gotta go. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Kalos. We'll see you next time. Or later. Best of luck finding your Mario Kart cartridge, but I hope it shows up somewhere somehow. Gravity Lapse onto the Johanna. Delay from the Annihilation Missiles into Tempest here. Leap of Faith pulls Norseman into a better position as the Phoenix is down from the Kael'thas. The Lightning Breath from Diablo, and Diablo will go down. Souls expended to get him back into this fight. The Hogger is going to spin in with a Light Bomb attached. We've got the Falling Sword from Johanna, and this is a Hanzo taking down our Brightwing. Meanwhile, another Leap of Faith onto the Ragnaros, and he just steps right back in like, I don't need your frickin' Leap of Faith. Get me back in the fight. And Norseman, with the isolation expiring, will be able to get the channel here. 2 out of 3 seeds to the side of 2+2. We're starting to make a rally here in map number 1 in our first best of 3 of the day as the bottom fort will fall. First structure down. Sorry, actually the top lane fort did go down earlier. So second structure down on the side of Pepegas on ice. You could always try and, like, sacrifice a goat in the forest, Kalis. That's always a good way for things to show up. McNulty spins in. Huge dragon arrow across the map. Steals the camp. Hortipults out. Break the wrist, walk away.
It will sprout before you know it.
I mean, they worked out. Good dragon's arrow as well. That had the full 2-second stun, I do believe, on that, since it was fired from, I think, like, mid-lane, somewhere down over here. But yes, as a reminder, tomorrow we are playing Mario Kart with chat, after I scream at my disdain for Lords of the Fallen. Just because it worked doesn't mean it's a good idea. So what you're saying is me full-time streaming is a bad idea? It's worked for almost 3 years. Can you believe it? February will be 3 years. Holy hell. I mean, that's like 4 or 5 months away, but still. God dang. Where's the time go? Overkill from the Tychus, a Gravity Lapse into the Hogger. He tries to spin out. The Light Bomb zones, kinda, but either way, McNulty's able to tap well. Staggering blow into the Dahaka. Hortipult in. Hogger going in deep as the Ragnaros pops Molten Core. Huge dragon arrow into the face of the Tychus. We also had some nice scatters as well. Ektar is going to try and float on out of here as that is a lone Brightwing, but the members of 2+2 find themselves a and an objective phase as well. Looks like they're going to wait for Ragnaros to get out of Molten Core and get everyone kind of in lane, push things up a little bit as well. Really, really good call from 2+2. Oh, speaking of the... I know, yeah. You thought it was a good idea, the invade? I thought it was a good idea. Apparently Twitch chat disagrees. I mean, it's the internet. You can never be right. No matter what. I'm having a blast. Hope you're all having a good day. Thanks for swinging through the stream, chat. We're doing a bunch of HOTS casting today because I feel like it. Flame strikes from the Kael'thas. Sidewall's being taken down by Joanna, just trying to open up the lane a little bit wider. Bottom lane, Garden Terror is on Keep Front Gate. Mid lane to do the same. Top lane will take down the Keep Front Gate, and that'll be the end of that siege. Meanwhile, the Brute Force from Hogger is finished out at level 4. 14.5 minutes in. Mid lane Keep is saved down to 50%. And the bottom lane Keep Front Gate will be lost. Another overgrowth plant as this Garden Terror is pretty healthy, but the clear should be fast enough from the side of Pepegas on ice. Now, the one thing I do want to note is that we are down a level and a half for that 20 talent tier. Even more so as the no control from Hogger goes in deep, tanking a lot of tower shots. Huge Dragon Arrow from Hanzo. Where's the follow-up damage? Somebody will get the last auto attack. Gravity Lapse into Norseman. Norseman tried to step in and will be able to live as Diablo does fall. No souls to buy him back in. Lava Wave into top to push things out, and the bottom lane Keep does fall regardless of the Commandeer Odin anti-siege attempt here. Ektar is able to blink away. The shove into bottom, is it going to be enough? Got a drag from Dahaka. Polymorph as well. Hogger does go down. Storm Shield activated by the Joanna. She pops the Falling Sword as well, giving the unstoppable to Norseman, but the moment Joanna falls, she literally falls, and that is a beautiful double kill for the members of Pepegas on Ice. I YOLO'd pretty hard this game. No. I mean, you know, it's just a ballsy move to no control with a nearly full HP Keep all the way back here while your team's over here. Yeah. It's just. That seems like something that I would do in my games. I don't mean that as an insult, but it feels like it is. If you don't die, it's fine. If you die, it's your healer's fault. Oh. Got you. You mean like the person in Storm League on Tuesday who was like, lol, you couldn't capture a Dragonite. Meanwhile, there was a catapult constantly fixating on me and I couldn't sit there and capture Dragonite. Like that kind of blame your healer? One time in Storm League, I was playing Braxis Holdout, and someone said to me that I should stand on the point with them so that the charge of the Zerg wave will be faster. This was like 4 months ago. This wasn't like when Braxis got released. This wasn't like during, I don't know. This was like 4 months ago. To stand on the point on Braxis Holdout, and you'll get the Zerg wave charge faster. I think they were confusing Hanamura Temple. Dragon's arrow goes into the back line. A light bomb will be cleansed away by Ektar just in time. Chrome Mage comes in with the Falling Sword. The Joanna trying to find some values. The no control from Hogger's going through a lot of the enemy teams, and that is not going to be enough damage to get a kill into the side of Pepegas on Ice. It will be the Hogger going down. Drag will be cleansed away by a Leap of Faith. Bishop Mist chasing in. We've got a Storm Shield activated by the Joanna. Iron Skin popped as well. Meanwhile, in top lane, Siege Giants are colliding into the keep, and that will be a very low keep. But speaking of very low, we've got a even lower one in mid lane, sitting around 567 HP. You can eventually spawn a Kerrigan if all 5 of your team stand on both points at once. Stark. Good stuff. I'm writing this down. But on Hanamura Temple, like if there's the little go-kart around the map. Like if 3 people are on it, it goes faster. If there's one per, you know, it's like 1, 2, 3. Anyways, mid lane keep goes down. Torrens is just, nope. Okay, that's that. Channel Zergwave with all 5 teammates on 1 point. There you go. That's a bingo square right there. So just all 5 have to be on bottom lane point or top lane point, you know? And then get the Zerg wave. So you probably gotta get it. You probably gotta get a kill or 2 on that one. Just 1 or 2 kills. Bingo doesn't condone intentionally throwing. I often encourages it. I don't think it's intentionally throwing. It's a strategy. You need to get yourself some sort of pentakill, and then you can get channel onto the, you know? Alright, another seed will spawn here in the bottom left of the map. We've got 2 out of 3 on the side of Pepegas on ice. We got a spin through from Hogger as Norseman goes for the channel. Tom looks to step in to delay out, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. And I can see why they'd want to delay out. They've got a little bit of a camp still in top lane, Siege Giants in bottom, so, you know, having these waves shove in would be nice, but it doesn't look like Pepegas on ice we'll be able to delay that out any further. It's 11-8 in our kills, and we have not cycled through the other numbers, so let's go ahead and do that right now. By the way, for the gamblers, 45 stacks on the Kael'thas. Tom gets a fire stomp out, another no control. Meanwhile, Tychus gets a kill onto the Joanna. Tychus standing still, shredding through the Hogger. And that is Bishop Mist mounting up and immediately rotating to mid lane after a beautiful double kill to the side of Pepegas on ice, equalizing a little bit further on the map here. Looking to open things up a little bit further in the top lane. Finding parity and experience, getting closer and closer to equal in kills, and as I said, structurally, that finding that parity is also nice. Lava Wave in top lane to kind of zone back the enemy. They stand towards the top corner. Syl pops a... Ooh. Oh, Hellgate's forced out as well. The Arcane Barrier, though, was activated by the Kael'thas. Sonic Arrow got a delay. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough to set up any sort of kill into Kael'thas. Alright, Bishop is waiting for the next channel. Garden Terror is up and available. And it seems like with the double kill still in hand, Pepegas on ice will summon another Garden Terror here. Top lane, as a reminder, the Garden Terror goes as far as your current wave in the lane. So, yeah, top lane is all the way back there. Now, the difference is, unlike Tomb of the Spider Queen, the Garden Terror loses HP when it auto-attacks. So, as it walks down the lane, it's not losing out on HP. That's why if you look at bottom lane, there's nothing actually hitting the bottom lane one, but when it auto-attacks, you see it lose a chunk of HP. So having these waves pushed out a little bit is very helpful. Following Sword from Joanna will not be able to save the Hanzo as the Molten Core from Ragnaros is popped. Did go into Lava Surge level 20, and there's only 10 seconds to go on another summon for the Lava Wave. Mid lane keep, Molten Core is expired. Shadow Charge from Diablo will be met with a Chastise from the Anduin as the Living Bomb is still applied to this mid lane keep. Tower shots onto the Kael'thas force them back for a second. A drag from Dahaka into the Hogger. He's able to spin away as the Lava Wave is out to try and push things out in top lane. Mid lane keep does go down. Still Hanzo dead for 30 seconds. Are the members of Pepegas on ice looking to end map number 1 here 22 minutes in? If the Garden Terrors stand on the enemy, if all the Garden Terrors stand on the enemy core at the same time, the core dies faster. That is very true. That is very true. Fact of life. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, there is that. Top lane. Oh, sorry. Overgrowth plant. Hogger or Hortipult's in, but he immediately has a bounce out. Dragon's Arrow says hello to a few friends in the backline. Unfortunately, not going to be any damage to follow up for a kill. And it's 11-11 in kills. It looks like this is the disengage from the members of Pepegas on ice. 2+2 want to chase something in on this. Also, delaying out any sort of backs could be nice because catapults right now are dealing decent damage into structures, just shy of 1,000 damage into structures. A little bit more than that with 856 currently, but looks like the members of Pepegas on ice have mounted up. They're able to retreat and get on out of that one. Maybe, well, now it's like, all right, well, our resources are okay. A camp will be stolen away. No control is too much fun. Oh, I agree. I will no control. I will turbo it my death with no control way too often. That's why Hogger is not one of my solo laners. Also, I never get good bounces. Granted, I guess the more you play a character, the more you have experience with them, so the more you figure these things out. Crazy idea. Crazy idea that if you play something enough, you can like practice it and get good at it. Huh. It's like me playing with the giant space dogs yesterday. I had some good StarCraft 2 games yesterday. I gotta pat my own back on that one. I had one game that's going up on YouTube that I can't believe we reeled it back in. I really can't believe I did. You're a no-life power spike picker? Yeah, but it's how you have fun. Because Power Spike doesn't, does Power Spike 20 gets, like, cooldown reduction and stuff like that from Hogger traits, so you can, I don't know, I wouldn't say spam Shockwave, but you can get a lot of them out. No, Shockwave is such a rewarding animation. Dahaka, right next to the Joanna. She immediately pops Iron Skin. No drag detected. Elongated tongue at level 16 allows the setup into, well, allows more drag potential, but either way. Immediate drag onto McNulty. There was a isolation applied as well. Contagion, I don't think splashed to many. Ragnaros does have Molten Core active, which can delay out the subjective area a little bit. Top lane, Siege Giants arriving soon to the keep in that lane. Mid lane has a catapult up against them. Actually, there's a cat in top as well. Light Bomb in. It's avoided by a Burrow of Torrens. We got a huge Dragon Arrow onto 5 members. The Chastise goes through as well. Big Soothing Mist from the Brightwing. Torrens pops a lot of Essence, and I don't believe the Dahaka will live. McNulty goes in deep with the no control in the back line. Tychus tries to get the kill. It will be a trade, though. Brightwing, Dahaka, Diablo for a Hogger. You can't be upset about that on the side of 2+2. You can't be upset about that. You find a triple kill. Now, Diablo is back. His souls were expended, so he gets back into the fight. But the top lane keep does go down. And it seems like 2+2, they're going to look to wrap up map number 1 here. Well, actually, the question is, can they wrap up map number 1? Do they have enough available damage? I want to look and see, is Molten Core available? Not for 65 seconds. But yes, they have enough damage. The Katas are here, the Cheese Giants, all that good stuff, and a hard-fought map number 1 between both teams, but 2+2 will take it. GG, well played. You had to unfavorite no control because you always die. I feel that. I feel that too, Stark, though. I have to not take no control because I just die. I'm like, oh, this seems like a good time to push the button. It's never. 59 stacks, by the way. To the believers out there, it's a nice little payout for you. How many level 1 Kael'thas stacks? You had 50 or more. All right, back over to Bandit Knight. What's up, SD? How you doing? All right, let's run a block of ads, try and get ahead of our ads. The ads have been really weird today. Like, the timing has been... My ad manager has been, like, off. It's super weird. It's not been calculating my ad off time. There we go, yeah. Ads started in 1 hour and 6 minutes. That looks correct to me. All right. Dragonshire for map number 2. Alright, players are on the same sides. That is good. Ooh, we got a fun draft here. We got a fun little draft here. Alright. We'll wait for the ads to finish out, and then we'll get into map number 2. While that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and run us a little prediction. Let's see what we got at level 1. Auto attack Falstad. Auto attack Falstad? Sure. How many auto stacks on Falstad? Oh boy, Dragonshire. Let's say 40 or more? 39 or less? That feels doable. Alright, we gotta wait for the ads to finish out. Until then, how's everyone doing? How's your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? How's your Thursday? It's a day of the week, chat. It is a day of the week. That is a certainty we have figured out. We have certainly figured out that it is a day in the week. Oh, I'm out of tea. Oh. What?
Holy fucking shit, it's a
Tier 3 sub.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Oh my fucking god, fucking
Tier 3 sub.
holy shit, what the fuck? Hot drinks.
They really get you going. Hostile, thank you for the tier 3 for 46 months. Thank you so much for the continued generosity. How is your pizza time going? How long is Haley gone for? How long do you get to have pizza and wings? Oh man, pizza and wings sounds so good. I'm dieting before I go to Michigan for Thanksgiving or not Thanksgiving, for like, well, it's Christmas stuff. But either way, I'm gonna be eating so much junk food, so I'm dieting until then. And it's just like I have good food, but it's like it's not pizza and wings. You're dieting till you come here. No, I'm dieting and I'm not dieting in Michigan. I'm gonna eat so much junk food in Michigan. Hot drinks? Hot drinks. Yes, what's up, Quid? Pizza and wings? Yes, Cav. Pizza and wings. Pizza and wings. I need to get a cup of tea. I should have done this when the ads were running, but I didn't, so I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a cup of tea out of the kitchen. Alrighty. Oh. To answer Stark's question, how is mine today? It's alright. I got up early, video chatted with the family. After stream, I'm gonna run out to the grocery store for a couple things, and then, yeah, I made focaccia bread last night. That was pretty good. Turned out pretty decent. All right, ads are done. I have a cup of tea. Let's get into casting. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series matchup for Division A. I forgot how to talk and what I was talking about. On the left-hand side, we have the members of 2+2. We've got a Tempest Brightwing, McNulty on the Falstad, Chromage to play the ETC, Accent on the Li Ming, and Norseman on the Diva. By the way, if you are a caster and you don't know, the way to fix the Diva is to click on her. And then you push Control-Alt-K, and then it goes away, and then now you have the Diva health bar and her talents as well. On the right-hand side, we're looking to take us to a map number 3. We have got the members of Pepegas on Ice, Tomgen on the Joan Ektar on the Rhaegar, Silveria playing the Zagara, Bishop Mist on the Maiev, and Torrens to play a Dahaka. Gamble has begun, ladies and gentlemen, as to how many level 1 stacks will Falstad have. Falstad's going to go frequent fly at level 1. How many of these stacks will we have by the end of the game? 40 or more, 39 or less. I have no idea. We'll find out as a family. So, no, it's not Stark. It's the bread I can never spell, focaccia. Because the spelling always throws me off so very hard. Because you think it's F-A and it's not, and you're like, okay, alright. Languages make sense. Said it again. Uh-oh. McNulty in mid lane getting bit on the butt, but Ektar does not have enough damage and no kill into the Falstad. Swiftwing stays alive for the time being. And 1 stack on our Falstad for the time being. We got 10 on 40 or more and 1,700 on 39 or less. All right, we got odds, and that's always the most important thing. Damn, Stark. If only Ektar actually watched my streams, then I mean, then we could then he could actually see these flames.
Capture the shrines. Inherit the dragon.
He'll just have to be flamed in the past.
Kingdom.
He could ban you. I'd like to see him try. I'll ban him. Face shift onto the Li Ming as Zagara continues to check out banelings here and there. We've got Siege Giants in the bottom lane favoring the members of Pepegas on ice, looking to push in a little bit onto this fort front gate. We've got Zagar. We've got Dragonite available. Torrens gets a drag onto McNulty, but this is a D.Va still pressuring, and Torrens has to tap the well. Doesn't look like Maiev can get to the channel in time. Yes, she can, actually. No! D.Va got it! Holy crap. I actually thought the click was faster from Bishop Mist. Unfortunately, not the case. And no Dragonite to the side of Pepegas on ice. Are we passing out bans here? Absolutely, Ninja. How you doing today, bud? I'm sure we'll have to do some banning tomorrow with our fantastic community around Lords of the Fallen. I'm like slightly dreading playing that game tomorrow. I really hope it's a little bit better. Oh, god dang it, Bobby. Bishop Mist gets the kill onto Falstead while I dread tomorrow's content. Not really dread, I'm just... Just can't stand some of the enemies in that game. And the amount of enemies. Oh, still kind of back and forth around the bottom lane. Just peeking into the top here between our solo laners right now. Dahaka did go Lurker Strain level 4, so he's got that bop when he jumps out of the ground. Also some other things, invisibility and speed and et cetera, and cooldown reduction. You had to give up on a day and a half of work to try to find a better solution? Oh shit, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope the solution is easily found, but that can't be easy. That's gotta be stressful, so. Hoping for the best for you, bud. Lurker Strain bopping back. McNulty wants the kill. The drag doesn't connect. And our Rhaegar soaks up the mid lane while Joanna tries to hold bottom for the time being. 5 stacks, by the way, for our Falstead friend. Potential Dragonite in the mid lane, but it doesn't seem like there's anyone in position for that. Actually, Falstead and D.Va are rotating down, but Tom's already got the counter channel on this Moonshrine in the bottom lane. ETC clearing out some Zagara creep. She really hasn't gotten much creep spread around the map, unfortunately. It's a little bit here and there for some vision. Is it Feeding Frenzy 7? It is indeed. Okay. I think this is the same build from last game from Torrens. Secret weapon for Falstead, so it doesn't go into Boomerang for the spell armor reduction to pair into Li Ming, or for a little bit of faster wave clear. Just looking for that auto attack synergy of the 1, 4, and 8. They all kind of work together here. Actually, not kind of. They all work together very well here. Available Dragonite in the mid lane to the side of 2+2. As Pepegas on ice look to flank in onto Chromage. Maybe some body blocking from the Joanna. The face shift from Brightwing will come through in time. Sins Expose, actually no Sins Expose level 7, so no healing reduction from that Subdue, as this Zagara takes a whole Arcane Orb to the butt. And that bug almost got squashed as Ektar runs back down into bottom lane. Immediate bite. Bishop Mist looking for an Umbral Bind. You see that glow on her weapon. Unfortunately, oh no, it still was active. I thought it hit onto a minion or something like that before the polymorph, but not the case. Meanwhile, in top lane, we do have this 2v1, and Torrens does have to burrow. Looking for the drag potential onto McNulty, but can't find the angle. Phase shift again from Brightwing, bolstering the HP of this ETC, while Rhaegar grabs a camp on the right-hand side. A little assistance or pressure for that bottom lane. Back in mid, of course, it is an available Dragonite to the side of Pepegas on ice, but the Falstead will delay things out here. While that's being delayed out, let's cycle through the other numbers, the damage, the healing, and experience for map number 2 in our first best of 3 of the day. Your 10 Talonteers will be at the top of your screen in just about a moment, as it will be first hit by Pepegas on ice. They have 1 kill over the side of 2+2. Isolation, Containment Disc, Devouring Maw. A lot of isolation tools from Pepegas on Ice in many ways. Ancestor Healing as well as the Blessed Shield. Over on the left-hand side, for 2+2, we got those Micro Missiles, Wave of Force, ETC Mosh Pit, Gust from Falstad, which was already used at some point. Maybe in the top lane so Falstad could get away, or maybe it was in the mid to get away from Maiev. And then Blink Heals for the Brightwing as well. Alright, Maiev going for the channel. I don't think Falstad gets here in time, and first Dragonite to Pepegas on Ice. Mid lane, Fort Front Gate is already down to a tower. Bottom lane got poked at quite a bit. And Tom looking for some dismounts with those shield glares in the rotation. And the Dragonite gets the Fort Front Gate, leaving some flame belches here. Gets the kick onto D.Va, but she's in a fine position to be able to kind of walk away. Back down in bottom lane, Dahaka brush stalks in. Don't think there's a drag available. Yeah, it was on cooldown, so maybe in a brush stalk drag attempt immediately. Dragonite throws out some flame belches mid. The Falstad's gonna chunk right through this with that auto attack build. Back down into the bottom lane. You see the sidewalls opened up a little bit here, and really good defense from 2+2 around this Dragonite phasing. Doesn't seem like they've lost too much, and they weren't too concerned with the pressure being applied by the side of Pepegas on Ice. Maybe a quarter of a level difference between these two teams, even less than that, as it's about to be 12-12 apiece. D.Va pushing up top lane, just shoving the mech right into the face of this tower, even with the Micro Missiles channel as well, or activated. Berserk Camp to be grabbed. McNulty will work on this quickly. As I mentioned, does have that secret weapon level 7, so when the hammering's out, the damage is increased. And that also synergizes with that level 4, since if you're increasing your damage output, you're increasing the amount of healing that, or excuse me, the 20%. Or how much you're getting from the 20%, so. Looks like Falstad jumps off the camp. Ektar is, I don't know what he was doing over here. That must have been a gust from Falstad. Yes, there was. 52 seconds to go. Self-cast Ancestor Healing from Ektar right now. On the bottom of our screen, McNulty's able to get past the gate. On the top right, we have Norseman trying to get this camp. Will they pop the... No, the Mecha Explosion wasn't activated. We've got a nice Umbral Bind to pull Tempest back in. The Blink Heal from Brightwing. Tempest is able to get away with 30-something HP, but D.Va and Mech will go down. Camp stolen away by the members of Pepegas on Ice, and it looks like they are just all in for a top lane fort. Woo-wee! Alright, Camp. I always find it comical when the gate is still up and the structure is fallen. I always find that very funny. But either way, Zagara clears up the bottom lane. She's got those Medusa Blades level 4. She gets quicker clear onto waves. I mean, it is 33% per auto, but you're hitting 3 enemies, so kind of getting that splash clear a little bit faster. Played a bunch of Zagara yesterday for our little Spooky Worm stream. Had a fun time playing Zagara, especially in Fest build Zagara. I was just getting my structure and my siege damage like up as quickly as possible, and the Infest was, I don't know, Infest is just fun. Double your damage-ish? Basic attacks deal 33% damage to 3 targets. No? Double your damage. Wait, I'm confused. I thought it just divided your auto attack damage by 3 and split it to 3 targets. Norseman does have the Mecha Explosion available. ETC drops some Mosh. No interrupt from the time being. Joanna throws a Blessed Shield in. As the Containment Disc into ETC was activated, Ektar getting really low on the Rhaegar is able to back away and tap well. Devouring Maw will expire. D.Va Pilot is unable to summon her mech in time. Bishop missed. Fan of Knives to the face, take down that Pilot D.Va. And McNulty tries to barrel roll away. The Gust is too late. And a double kill over to the side of Pepegas on Ice. It's plus 33? Oh! See, the way I thought about it was basic attacks deal 33% damage to 3 targets, so I thought it was your damage divided by 3, and that's each individual shot. That's the way I understood it, but hey, if I'm wrong, I'm happy to admit it. It's not the first time I've misunderstood something. Kick on to the Li Ming. She's forced down towards the towards the low end of this bottom lane, but there's nothing really to be too concerned about as the Li Ming. The fort's still up, and that will fall. The way it's worded is quite poor. Exactly, yeah. I was just about to say, yeah, try mode is probably the best way to find out. But yeah, I mean, because it doesn't really click. It just says basic attacks deal 33% damage to 3 nearby targets. So I would understand that as your attack damage is split by a third. I guess we could just look at Zagara, realistically. We could just do, what was I gonna do? W. There we go. We could just look at the Zagara really quickly and see what our autos do onto minion waves. Or, I think it was like 51. Alright, let's not focus in on that right now. Bishop Mist is trying to back away. The Ancestor Healing from Ektar will connect the Mosh Pit. On to 3. The Johanna Blessed Shield down for 53 seconds, but the Mosh Pit is more of a zoning tool than anything else. Meanwhile, Torrens on the left-hand side is putting the pressure on the McNulty. Tempest is going to be slowed by the Earth Grasp Totem of the Rhaegar. Still, unfortunately for Pepegas on Ice, they just can't close down, or they can't shut down a health bar and get a kill here. They are able to pressure down 2+2 and force them back out of bottom lane. The way you understand it is correct. So it's 1/3 of your attack damage. Okay. Drag immediately onto ETC. I think this is a cow that's absolutely fine. Containment disc is thrown out. It doesn't get a connection onto anyone. I can't tell because there's so many damages. My apologies. Dahaka does go down over here. Okay, chat, I'll load the game. Try mode time. All right, Stark's going to have the official answer for us in a second here. All right. So, with all of that done and said, it seems like Pepegas on Ice are on a roll for map number 2 here in our first best of 3 of the day up against 2+2. They've taken down all outer layers of 2+2 structures or forts here. ATC going to try and clear out some of these creep tumors. Johanna is the top channel, ETC on the Moonshrine bottom. Can we bet on the answer? Unfortunately, no. I still have a bet active. I can't make a second one. Zagara, Bile Drop is done. That's a hard level 7, in my opinion, to finish out. She does have that finish, which means you have the additional Roachling, but also you have the passive during all that quest, increase the radius of the Infested Drop by 20%. So, an increased radius, which is you get immediately, and then the additional Roachling. So more siege potential for Zagara. More siege, more damage, better ingredients than Papa John's. ETC face melts, does have that encore levels 13, gets 6 seconds off the heroic per enemy hero hit, especially it also counts the little boombox left behind. Meanwhile, Dahaka is shoving a wave in top lane. No level 20s just yet, but the members of Pepegas on Ice are like just around the corner for it.
The flame cleanses all.
Micro missiles onto the dragon. Diva's kind of the target of a kick, and that kind of helps out, actually. Not even getting the kick onto Diva, it doesn't kind of matter, I feel. The big thing is you can close the distance with that kick a little bit faster because the Dragon Knight doesn't have the fastest movement in the world. It moves at like 80% or something. Where is my speed? I don't even see a speed. Never mind. Seems lumbering. Seems like it moves slightly slower than mount speed. Or, base speed, excuse me. Well, the keep front gate and bottom lane is opened up. Pack instincts for the Zagara for level 20, but Bishop Mist gets a huge Umbral Blind onto a couple players right now. Soothing Mist activated by Tempest as well. Devouring Maw into the Diva mech. It's 100% to main target and 33% to 3 nearby targets, so 199 total. Wait, what? I thought it just if you dealt 300 base damage as Zagara, you dealt 100 damage to 3 other targets. It's confusing me early in the day with math. Well, how can you get 199%? You can't go over 100 there, Stark. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so it's an increase. It's such a poorly worded talent. Big surprise. How do you ban streamer? You can't. You just stop supporting. That's pretty much the same thing. Gust from the Falstead Wind Tunnel pushes back a few of the enemies. Tom, a little bit of damage being thrown into the Joanna, but she's able to back away just fine. It's called cancel culture. Bahamut is woke. He won't let me say mean things to people. I only like it when the streamer punches down. Ancestral healing, as well as the activated Storm Shield from Joanna. They're gonna really go for this fight. The Mech Explosion has been utilized. McNulty, a little bit low here on the right side of our screen. Tempest is the one to fall to Dahaka. The drag will not connect. Meanwhile, Falstad's like, I think I'm gonna just take a flight on out of this one. I don't really have a good position here to just kind of float away. Meanwhile, Containment Disc onto the Li Ming will confirm a kill for Pepegas on Ice. And with the double kill in hand, they've got a decent wave in bottom. Seems like Pepegas on Ice want to go for the keep.
Take hold of the fire. Earn the Dragon Knight's power. Red team has destroyed a fort. Blue team's core is under attack.
So the Li Ming dead for 40, Brightwing for 29. Siege Giants are rocketing in towards the core. The shielding has gone down. Pepegas on Ice. They've got momentum here to maybe take map number 2 and make this a 3-game series. McNulty Wind Tunnel into the wall. Torrens is getting the isolation. Speaking of isolation, Containment Discount to the ETC. And McNulty is able to float away. No kill into the Falstad. ETC drops a double mosh. Torbus onto the Joanna, but she already had Iron Skin activated. Bishop Mist. Don't know how they live that long, but Bishop Mist will fall just as the core does as well. And GG, well played. Map number 1, or map number 2, goes over to the side of Pepegas on Ice. Weird. So Medusa Blades hits 4 targets then? That's weird, yeah. That is a horribly written tooltip, I gotta be honest. That is a horribly written tooltip for what it actually does. The tiny tooltip is clear? Oh, is it really? Okay. It's 3 additional targets. Yeah, because the way I would think it, the way that it seems to me is that you're hitting 3 targets. Your auto attack now hits 3 targets, and it does 1/3 of the damage. So like if you dealt 300 base damage, you now deal 100 damage per auto. Not the other way, where you deal 300 damage to the first target, and then 100 damage to 3 additional targets. Like that's just crazy to me. That's so weird. Yeah. How many autos for Falstad? 40 or more. They had 52 stacks for the Falstad. Well, today we learned. Live it on the edge. Yeah. All right. Well, it's a 1-1 series. we got ourselves a fun little series on our hands. We are dropping subs. I think this is probably us dropping subs from the subathon, so we'll make our sub goal reasonable for the time being until probably more fall off. Total subs. Let's make this goal Yule log stream, and we will make this that seems reasonable. Oh, not that. That's 4,000. Yeah, I don't think I can ask for 4,000 subs. Don't think we'll be there anytime soon. Alright, it's a 1-1 score. I am going to run a small block of ads, and then when the ads are done, we will go ahead and get into our next game. And before I run those ads, I just want to remind you all at home that, did you know that if you have Amazon Prime, you've got Prime Gaming, you got a free sub here at twitch.tv/Bahamut Gaming. Get yourself some ad-free viewing, get yourself some amazing emotes, and you can go ahead and support our sub goal. Push us up very, very close to our next sub goal, which is the Yule log stream for December. What is a Yule log stream? I'm so glad you asked. It is when I sit in front of a fireplace and talk to all of you and drink beer. That is what we did last year. That is what I'll do this year. Alright, block of ads. That looks good. Add button. There we go. But that's literally, that's literally what it is. It's just, I sit in front of my fireplace, I talk to all of you, and I drink beers. We did that last year. It was fun. I need to figure out a better position for the monitor, because I really, twisted my neck for that. Someone in chat was like, you're gonna hurt your neck setting like that. I was like, no, it'll be fine. The next day I was like, ooh, it's a little sore. It's a double boss map. Let's do a boss prediction, chat. That sounds nice. Yeah, it's a fun time. Like, it's a really, really good time. So, if we hit that sub goal, then yeah, that'll be that. Woo! Oh, all right. Looks like we're sharing our desk setups in Discord, so if you want to share your desk setup, there's people are doing that in secret sub chat. If you're in Discord and you're a sub, there's people sharing their desk mat setups. Okay, so Alterac pass, and we will have boss prediction. Which team gets first boss?
Way to go, dude! Right!
Yes!
Kel, thank you for 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Thank you for 152 subs in this channel. Thank you so much for the generosity. If you got a gifted sub, welcome to the Bahamuts. Thank you very much. And yeah, thank you. You got a bunch of people that I see every so often, and some I never see. So yeah, thank you, Kel, for the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. That's super generous of you. We're a little bit closer to our Yule log stream. Pretty much the subs for the Yule log stream are just, that's just financing to buy beer. That's all it is. That's just beer money for the Yule log stream. You got Iron. I have not seen Iron in months. Not heard from them or seen them in what feels like months. All right, everybody, ads are done. Let's go ahead and get on into it. We are here in map number 3. Thank you again, Kel, for the tier 1 gifted sub. That's fine. Oh, it's whatever. I haven't seen them in a while, so bit of a bummer. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of 2+2. We've got a Tempest Anduin, Axon on the Chromie, Chromage to play the Joanna, Norseman on a Stitches, and McNulty will play a Falstad. So solo lane Joanna game, it looks like. Over on the right-hand side, it is Pepegas on ice. We have got Tom on this Garrosh, Ektar to play the Bright Wing, Soferi will play a Zagara, Bishop Mist on the Junkrat, and Torrance to play an ETC. I got a fun little gamble for all of you at home, and that is going to be which team will get the first boss of the game. There are 2 bosses on this map. Which team will get the first boss? I know it's a daunting gamble for all of you at home. Will it be 2+2? Will it be Pepegas on ice, or will no boss be taken? He's almost always asleep this time. That's a bummer. Phase shift from Brightwing to be activated down onto ETC. Bolster that HP. A toss onto the Joanna. She will not be thrown into the steel trap of Bishop Mist. Falstad immediately flies to top lane to catch that soak. Chromie down in bottom lane. As a reminder, we have no boss believers. And if no boss is taken, I mean the Jeff Bezos makes points. Jeff Bezos makes points money. Don't want that. ETC will be going into Guitar Hero level 1. By the way, both teams looking like a solo, using a tank for a solo lane here. We have that Garrosh and ETC for the side of Pepegas on ice. So maybe they're playing bingo. Maybe both teams are playing bingo here. Alright, sorry, just... Vegas on Ice are bingo enthusiasts, I know that much. Maybe. Maybe if Vegas on Ice playing a little bingo today, who knows? Alright, we got odds on everything. Thank you, Chad. Alright, anyways, so... Camps to be grabbed from mid lane a little bit later for Pepegas on Ice, but that's okay. They're going to be crashing still in the midpoint of the mid lane. Tom looking to grab a Chromie here. Unfortunately, she's just a little too far away and can't step in for any sort of toss potential. Doesn't have the Warbreaker level 1, so just hitting those ground breakers for a little stun and damage. Norseman did rotate up. Falstad flying back into the top lane up against Zagara. And it's looking like, is it another Medusa Blades? We can actually look at the tooltip and clarify things. And I am curious what the tooltip specifically says. Hey, what's up, Elite Sparkle? You didn't forget to vote this time? Alright, so yeah, so basic attacks deal 33% damage to 3 nearby targets. And then, oh, no, I can do this and then I can see, wait, where's the tooltip? Wait, what? Where's the, what? Is there no updated? Hold on a second. Where is it? Does it not say anywhere? Oh, I have to break it further? Okay, I have to do this. There we go. What? No. That tooltip needs to get fixed, man. That tooltip needs to get fixed, man. That tooltip is tilting to me. Anyways, alright, let's go ahead and continue into this. Hope you're having a good day, Elite Sparkle. Many of them do? Yeah, many of them do. Many of them do. That's our big discussion of the day. Medusa Blades on Zagara. Either way, alright, let's go ahead and focus back on the game. We already discussed that. We already know how it all works out, because Stark did go into try mode and helped us out with that. Tracer's level 7 talents, I think, are insanely good examples of blah, 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 blah. This means 20% more damage. Oh. Your computer was being dumb? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it decided to make better choices in life. Objective phase will be stalled out here. It is going to be 23 seconds of channel time left to go for the members of Pepegas on Ice here in map number 3 in our first best of 3 of the day. We got a bunch of best of 3s today, chat, by the way. Got a bunch of best of 3s today. Shall be fun casting. Falstad, by the way, at 12 stacks already on the frequent flyer level 1. Building up that extra auto attack damage, but it's full auto attack build for the Falstad. Junkrat gets a concussion mine in the bush as well as a steel trap in the other for some not only zoning but vision potential. Rum time. Oh, enjoy, Stark. The best tooltip is Impale. Technically correct, but insanely lazy. Impale? Impale for who? Deal 90 damage and stun for 1 second. A Nubra XQ, sorry. Because I was like, well, some people call Celestial Charge Impale. And that's what I was like, wait a minute. Well, let me make sure I'm on the same page as you in this discussion. Yeah, there are some tooltips that are just blunt and clear. I've talked about this before. It definitely feels like some of the tooltips were written by one staff and another set of tooltips were written by others. Because there's some stuff out there where it's like passive, does this, and then there's some things where it's just a block of text. Like there'd be some tooltips, like here, some tooltips would just say passive, increase the radius of infest drop by 20%, reward, but instead it's quest, passively increase. Well, I guess are you increasing it by a little bit every single time? Or do you just get the 20%? Do you see what I mean? I'm like the worst person to talk about grammar in English, so I should probably get off my very low horse. It's just, yeah, like you get like, so here's a good example. Here's a good example of Patrick creation. Just passive, there you go. Or right there, you could say, you know, activate it. It's love the game, so many little things. 10 talent here on both teams as we get the Gorge onto the ETC. They're going to be looking for some barbecue for dinner in front of the front gate and mid lane, and blah, 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 they'll able to get it. Nice Gorge onto ETC. The hook will not connect onto the Garrosh as the top lane wave is going to be pushing onto the top lane fort front gate, favoring the side of Pepegas on ice. And it looks like Zagara has decided to go up there and continue sieging while ETC is dead for the next 5 seconds. But he does have stage dive. So the question is this being given away? Or is Zagara just trying to find Zagara value, doing what specialists do best? You know, Blizzard actually does invest back into this game. Can we just go back to having the specialist role? That way we don't have to argue with people like, no, Zagara's a ranged assassin. No, it's just like, all right, you're drafting Zagara, we know what we're getting. We're getting someone who's going to AFK push and play PvE. No, just kidding. I want loss forgiveness. I think that's the biggest thing that I really want for this game. Because just some of those Storm League games are just like, oh, you got a bot for 80% of it. Woo! Time to just wait till the next game and lose 200 points. Tom gonna get hit with a temporal loop, but has the Indomitable in time. No level 13 for Norseman, so no extended hook. Unable to get that last extra range to pull someone in. I do want to point out, we have here and there for the Chromie. 20-second cooldown on that one. Alright, more channel time for the side of Pepegas on ice. This is the first objective phase. We know this because it's 30 seconds of channel time necessary. Second is 40, third and onward is 50. And the 13 talent here will be faster to the side of 2+2 unless there's a kill that comes through. Stage dive in from the ETC. Tempest is the target. Axon is going to be scouted out here on the right-hand side. Do they step in to steal away the camp in time? Anduin's thrown away. The 13 is here for the side of 2+2, but ETC is able to zone Axon away, steals the camp. The objective phase to Pepegas on ice. Everything is falling in favor for Pepegas on ice. I guess, lining up in favor for Pepegas on ice. That's a little bit better. Gus from Falstead is going to be forced out. ETC looking to pressure with a power slide. Garrosh actually runs into the flank position. Maybe gets a toss onto Joanna. She has the Iron Skin activated, and that ain't going to be happening. Mid lane camp will be cleared out. Top lane Fallen Shaman. Top lane cavalry will be backed up by Zagara eventually. Bottom lane looks like it's Junkrat Brightwing, and in mid lane we got ETC Garrosh. We know the two best siegers in the game. Objective in mid is cleared out. Top lane is still very healthy as Zagara will confirm this top lane fort. I don't think she even needs to be here anymore. But I guess what else are you gonna really do? Still, no boss has been taken by either side. Zagara is gonna spread some creep up there, it looks like. Maybe get some vision for the team. I don't think she's gonna solo a boss. Garrosh steps in for a toss, a Riptire from Junkrat as well. Chromage getting low, Warlord's challenge! But a beautiful leap of faith from Tempest will save the day. Still poking onto the mid lane fort right now. The gate's gone. That's a Gus from Falstad. Temporal loop. Big light bomb from the Anduin. Condemned from Joanna to follow up. The Chattering Teeth will connect into the Joanna. She's rooted in place. Zagara drops some bile, trying to get another stack on her level 7. Concussion Mine splitting people around here in the mid lane, and that looks like at the end of the engagement. A hook goes out, but it will not connect. Chrome Mage will hearth out for full everything. Whew. Nicely done. Really, really well done from 2+2 in that fight. That was a huge fight with no result. Mid lane fort lost a little bit of HP. We saw heroics being used. So, I mean, like, stuff happens. It's like me trying to give a book report in middle school. Yeah, stuff happened in the book. You know, they sailed a boat across an ocean, and they ate some bananas. Something about a tiki hut. Extended hook range into the gorge, into the leap of faith. There's a gust, there's a light bomb. Good night, Brightwing. Brightwing sees the hook like... Zagara continues to push things up in top lane a little bit. You gotta take out those sidewalls. It's free structural damage. You gotta pad those stats, but also it is vision to the enemy team, so getting rid of those is just kind of nice. You don't really show any extra positioning of your Zagara, and that will be a scout from Chromie. Uh-oh. Who's gonna get first boss? I think it's gonna be the side of 2+2. I think they're on this faster. They're on this faster. They've got more damage. Yeah, this is looking like it is going to be a boss trade, but the boss will go over to 2+2 faster. 2+2 does get first boss in the bottom lane. There you go, believers, you've been paid out. Can you ask for a refund? Yes, you can absolutely refund by getting the correct gamble on the next one. CAD Heroes, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, bud. It was close. It was close. Boston top lane is going to be slamming onto the Keep Friend Gate as bottom lane will be working on the fort. ETC going to hammer on through that. And we'll save the fort for the time being. Indomitable popped by Tom in mid. Unfortunately, Garrosh still goes down. Looks like that was a Hook Gorge combination. You see the Light Bomb and the Gorge are on similar cooldowns, as I believe they're both 60 seconds here. 65 seconds on Gorge, okay. But I guess the timing works out because you don't immediately Light Bomb, so that 5-second difference makes it, yeah, it's actually like a 1 to 2 second difference or so. Also, hope you're all having a fantastic Thursday. We're doing a bunch of Heroes casting today, so I hope you lock in for a wonderful day of just content and fun and hanging out. Also, we're going to eventually start talking about food when I start getting hungry again. Devouring Maw into 2. There's a follow-up spread volley damage. Riptire as well. Leap of Faith from the Anduin. Tempest is low, body blocked in place by the Anduin, or by the Falstead, but they still get the kill onto the ETC. 2+2 looking strong here. Option 2 voters got scammed by 5 seconds. Well, I mean, Pepegas on Ice should have just done better. I just blame Ektar. Just blame the Brightwing player. Blame the Brightwing player. Oh no, Bishop missed! Working for the enemy team! The Light Bomb doesn't connect in time right there. It's actually like a half a second too early or so. And Brightwing is able to blink away. Now Bishop Mist is going to be hit with a Blessed Shield after. That hook will pull him in. That is almost a kill into Ektar and Bishop Mist. Holy crap, I can't believe it. Falstead flies in. Chunks onto the Garrosh. Another hook will go wide. Option 3 voters got scammed by double boss. I don't think he got scammed. We have had no boss on Alterac Pass. We've had no boss on Cursed Hollow before. I mean, hell, we've had no boss on Towers of Doom, which I feel like is a very popular map to see a boss, especially, you know, towards the late game. I mean, but that's the whole, that's the whole definition of a gamble, is it not? You take that risk in hopes that no bosses are grabbed on a double boss map. I mean, your payout would have been killer, dudes. Option 3 existing is already a scam. I disagree. Torrens is dead in bottom. That was Junior's diaper points. Speaking of points, I thought about making the spooky worm costume like a big point redemption. So that if I'm ever doing Baja Ross, you can redeem that. I thought that'd be funny. Like, make it like 100,000 points or something like that. Bishop Mist is going to be falling here as the hook gorge combo comes through. Another hook onto Tom. Actually, I don't think it was a hook. I think it was just a walk-up gorge. Tom being slowed here and there. What's a blessed shield? Oh my god, this poor Garrosh. The phase shift from Ektar comes through with the soothing mist as well. The chastise keeps locking Tom in place. God, everything is being thrown at this Garrosh, and he will eventually fall. 10K? 100. 100,000. If I made it 10K, y'all would make me wear that almost every day a stream. Well, if you're losing, by the way, if you're losing your points, do what I do when I go to the casino once a year. Do the opposite of what you think you should do. I play like it's usually blackjack or roulette. Like those are the only two things I play at the casino. And if it's like if I'm losing, I'm just like, okay. If I usually bet red, I'll bet on black. Or if it's like if I wouldn't hit here, oh my god, that hook is gross. No, the light oh, the Devouring Maw is actually really, really good right there. Chromie's gonna get some damage onto Sylphiria, as that will be a Riptire out from the Junkrat as well. He's got the extra oomph level 20. You hit 3 enemy heroes, you get a full reset. Third Riptire in a row. As 2+2 will summon the Alliance Cavalry. I believe this is the second objective of the game. I'm probably wrong. I think it's the third. Concussion Mine to zone back the enemy. Johanna pops the Aaron skin, avoids that. We've got Chromie level 20 was activated. That was that sort of rewind over people's heads you saw. A hook from Stitches will be met by a Roachling of Zagara. Concussion Mine into the Steel Trap, into a Garrosh toss, into the Keep front gate, and that will be a kill into the Stitches. Elite Sparkle, thank you for the redemption. Much appreciated. We'll do it right after this game. So we can do it with Baja Ross. I mean, if you have 100,000 points, yeah. Baja Ross is like, Baja Ross and the cooking streams are when I feel like people would be redeeming the one sock the most. The opposite of betting is spending them on Bandit. Yeah, that's true. I'm out of tea again. I need to go get a cup after this game. Falstad flies into the bush. Garrosh is going to meet him immediately, but now Garrosh is like, I got to get out of here. Phase shift from Brightwing bolsters Tom's HP. And this boss in bottom is going to be leashed for the time being. Garrosh still anchoring for the allies, looking for a target to toss around. Ektar with a couple blinks here and there. ETC clearing out mid, does have the stage dive up and available. That's going to be a crowd pleaser. ETC stage dive with the extended zone. The wind tunnel into the boss stun was beautifully done. But now wind tunnel's been used. That is your boss steal tool. Is that going to be... Oh, so far it actually is boss leashed again. Boss leashed again. And this is Stitches rotating in from the Hall of Storms. A hook onto Garrosh will connect to Gorge immediately to follow up. Boss is back at full HP. Chromie level 20 is activated. Riptire only gets the 2 hit right there because of the Devouring Maw, but Boss is, as I mentioned, fully back up to full HP. The Bless Shield from Johanna activated. The Temporal Loop into the Zagara. Hook once again. That'll be on the low side of our screen onto the Junkrat. Falstad tries to get the last auto or 2 onto Zagara, but but Falstad turned into a crab or something, so, yeah. Falstad turned into a crab or something. Well, Boss 2 Electric Boogaloo over to the side of 2+2. And this will be arriving at a Keep front gate that only has one tower available. ETC working on the camp over here on the top right, and our objective phase is up here. 50 seconds of channel time necessary. Falstead makes quick work of mid lane. 69 stacks on the Falstead. Very important to note before that is going to be ruined in a moment here. Oh, are they just double bossing? They're going to double boss while Falstad clears out the mid wave. And actually, yeah, no, he's committed to it. Nice, thank you. Boss and bottom still really healthy here. I do believe the rotation on the top was seen. And Falstead shows flying into top as well, and he gets quick clear onto this minion wave. 72 stacks for the Falstead. Hot dog. So, while the enemy is assumed to be on the top lane boss, seems like this will be an attempt to get some channel time for Pepegas on ice. They'll use the summon from Zagara. They get a channel on both sides, and there you go. Channel time over to our red team as it's 20 talents here apiece. 2-level lead, so scaling in favor of 2+2. A hook. Oh, sidestepped. Just sidestep the hook. Easy. As the player on my team once said in Storm League, just sidestep it. Why aren't you sidestepping these hooks better? Top lane boss being worked on by ETC does have his level 20, or excuse me, does have his heroic up and available to stage dive. Just a little full zoom out here so we can see all the positioning and see how things are setting up. Quickly just checking on top lane boss, man. That thing is still healthy. I feel like ETC, you just jump into the team fight. You let the keep do all the work. You lose a little bit of keep. Yeah, I think you want to go for aggression here on the side of Pepegas on ice. You've only got 2 kills for the time being. I think turning on the aggression here is the right call. But Blessed Shield is going to be called out, or is going to be utilized by Chromage. Garrosh is getting chunked down to nearly low HP. Has a Bloodthirst and is able to heal up. ETC still working on top lane. That keep is not going to be saved either way, so he's going to go ahead and stage dive in. Big crowd pleaser onto a few. Wind Tunnel from the Falstad pushes back the enemy. The Riptire being affected by that as well. Unfortunate. Unfortunate for the side of Pepegas on ice, as it looks like Chromage is going to go for a channel here. It's a rough go for Pepegas on ice. They had sort of strong beginning here. Sorry, someone at my front door. I don't know who you are. Are you some sort of solicitor? Probably. Who chose the map? We would have to ask a player. I do not know. Sorry. Phone's going off. I think it was, I think it's, 2+2. I think based on, I don't know the, Heroes Profile website perfectly. Just glancing at it really quickly, I think it was 2+2 who did pick the map. You only ask because the red team, I got you. Blessed Shield into Light Bomb, followed up by a Piercing Light Chastise. Youch. Youch is the word I'd use right there. Brightwing will fall. Temporal Loop onto Torrens. I don't think the CTC is... Oh, the toss from Garrosh does have that unstoppable with it, so that is going to be a live ETC, but now Garrosh is the one who's going to be hooked in place. You see the assist pings, the hammering's already out, and yes, that will be another kill over to the side of 2+2. You return with a full stomach. Ooh, what'd you get, bud? I don't think I asked what you guys had for dinner. Okay, bottom lane being cleared out. We have Chromage left onto the objective. And Falstad tries to save the mid lane fort. He will be able to do so. You had wings? Ooh, wings sound good. I've been wanting wings and pizza pretty bad lately. It was good, ... That makes me think it wasn't. So the Alliance Cavalry will be on its way to Drekthar here. One keep has already gone down, so Drekthar is down to 40% armor. Getting a second one kind of will put the members of 2+2 in range for a win. as it's really rare to see only one keep down to go for core. At that point, it's usually really long death timers and a huge team wipe. But the mid lane keep will fall, or excuse me, the bottom lane keep will fall. Mid will go down as well. Falstad clears that out. Drek'Thar's got no armor. Hook goes wide of the enemy. It does look like 2+2 are looking to step in to take map number 3. A leap of faith will go out. There's the Titanic Might toss. Falstad inside the Devouring Maw. The Kaimo cleanse is going to be... The Kaimo cleanse will happen, unfortunately. Falstad does fall. The cavalry is here around Drek'Thar. A massive hook onto Torrens, who gets a power slide through 2. Mortal Wound double toss. This is a very low Drek'Thar. They can't get enough. Oh no, he's got like 1,000 HP. They step in and it's 2+2. Eke out a victory right at the end during this push. GG, well played. 2+2 takes the series and a 2-1. Broccoli and potatoes with sauce, not sure what the English name is, like a yellow curry or something like that, with some chicken schnitzel on the side and some strawberries and sugar for dessert. Oh, nice. Yeah, that sounds like a type of curry. That sounds like a chicken curry. Here's the wrong opinion. Wings are good with cocktails, not pizza or beer, as both are heavy and don't pair well with wings. What? Pizza, beer, and wings all flippin' day, homie. You get the spiciness of the wing, and then you take a bite of that like cheese and pepperoni pizza.